Hello, Moodlings. My name is Dr. Nicole Lunan, a 10-year energy healer, emotional intelligence specialist, and the CEO and co-founder of MoodMe, a new app that allows you to share over 400 plus moods, emotions, and desires with your lover, thus making communication simple, fun, and super easy. Today, we're going to be talking about a toxic social media trend called orbiting. But first, let me introduce you to the following scenario. Let's use Kayla as an example. Kayla has been dating Tom for about a month. They started off hot and heavy. Tom brought her on a first date to an exclusive sushi spot. Yellow tulips were brought. He was aggressive with his dating approach, and he wanted to see Kayla as much as he could when he could. And Kayla was super excited about Tom. Finally, a man who put in some effort. Tom's attention and consistent actions made her feel safe to be intimate, to open up. So they had sex. They had great sex, in fact. He spent the night, cuddled with her, brought her to breakfast in the morning, got her an omelet. Kayla was feeling all of the high feels, floating on a cloud. Kayla was really starting to fall for Tom. She texted him while watching the season finale of The Bachelor. She sipped some wine and she waited for his quick and usual reply. Unfortunately, no 3 dots appeared on her phone. In fact, it said that it was left on red with no reply. He's probably asleep, she reasoned. So she put herself to sleep in order to calm her creeping anxiety. The next morning, she awakened, rolled over, unlocked her phone, and she immediately felt a sinking feeling in her stomach when she saw no reply from Tom. To take her mind off things, she went on social media. She immediately spotted Tom online. And not only that, but he had watched her recent story that was posted directly before she went to sleep. Okay, who has been in this position where you text the person that you really like and you text them something really vulnerable, like, oh, I like you, or I'm starting to catch feelings, or something just like where you actually opened your heart and you get no reply. I mean, crickets. How much anxiety do you get after that? It's terrible. Also, do we have any Bachelor fans in here? I'm definitely a Bachelor fan. That's a side note. But anyways, despite Kayla's text messages to Tom, hey, good morning, what you up to? Hey, I'm thinking about you. Is something wrong? There was no response to any of them. However, he was very active on his Instagram, posting stories and motivational quotes. Kayla was ghosted by Tom. However, Tom still liked her post, was the first to look at all of her stories that she posted on Instagram. So Kayla began posting more, just so she could see if he would look. Her self-esteem plummeted as she dealt with the confusion of his actions. Why would he ghost her like this, but still quietly stalk her on social media? Tom's playing those mind games, that's why. Ghosting is without the doubt one of the most frustrating things about dating, especially when the person that you're dating gets your hopes up high. It's like they know the perfect time to pull the plug, right when you're feeling super connected to them and have allowed your guard to come down. You may have thought that things were going well, only to be left in the dark silence with no explanation, left with your thoughts, which can easily turn dark and defeating when you're feeling rejected. But do you know what's even more Ted Bundy manipulative than being ghosted? Being ghosted and having them silent stalk you or orbit you on social media. Being ghosted by a person who still engages with you silently and creepily on social media but refuses to speak with you directly. Orbiting is manipulative, and here's why. When they orbit around you on social media or passive-aggressively stalk you without any direct communication, it can give you hope that they still care about you. First, they give you all of their attention, charge you up with dopamine, oxytocin, and then they take it away from you without any explanation, which places you in a scarcity mindset. They make you question yourself and your reality, and then they use social media as a tool to give you little ounces of hope and attention and dopamine hits. Okay, let's just be honest, you and me. If you're being orbited right now, do you post an Instagram story and then look to see if that person that's kind of been giving you the runaround has looked at your story or is even one of the top people who looked at your story? And if so, totally fine. We all have been there. But how does that make you feel? Like, do you feel a rush of excitement, but then you're kind of just like let down when it doesn't lead into anything like super strong or foundational? does it create this like hope or fantasy or illusion that maybe one day that he'll come back or she'll come back? It kind of creates a fantasy, right? You guys are both living in a fantasy world. You're both living in that weird social media world, but that's not real life. And if he actually or she actually cared about you, it doesn't take any energy at all for them to just call you, text you, pick up the phone, or come and knock on your door. Orbiting can also happen after breakups. If your ex is still looking at all of your stories, all of your posts, but you guys have not been talking and you're not on good terms, that still counts as orbiting. So why do people orbit? Why not just let go all the way? Well, there's a few reasons. Orbiting is a way that they can be passively attached to you. They're showing you that they're still there, but also they're pursuing other things. They're keeping you as an option in which they can activate whenever they like. They find you attractive and interesting, but they don't want to commit. They don't want to put an effort, but they like the fantasy of you. They like keeping you on the hook. They like siphoning off your energy. Pretty much, they like the energy that they're getting from you and the reaction that they're getting from you and the control that they have over you when they orbit you. So what do you do with an orbiter? If someone ghosts you, they don't respect you. They didn't have the guts to talk to you as a real person, and instead they took the easy way out. In my opinion, I don't think they should then have the right to see what you're up to on social media, especially if every time they like a picture, it gets you into like a dark mindset or makes you question your worth. You are not an option. Cut them out of your life, unfriend, block, clear up your mental space for someone who actually respects you to come along. Don't waste your energy on people who bring your vibe lower. Okay, so here's the thing. We put a lot of information out on social media. They could still be just engaging in your energy from afar. They don't have to talk to you. If they're still stalking you on Instagram, on social media, they're still getting to experience you without paying the respects to you. And I know that many people do experience you, and we have a lot of followers and we have a lot of people looking at our stories, but for someone to completely disrespect you and still get to experience your beautiful energy, absolutely not. So I know I'm gonna get some controversial responses to this, but some people like to do passive thing where they don't say anything and they just kind of move on, and kind of act like they're ignoring that person. But if this person is literally at the top of your story, watching every story first, if they like all of your pictures, and if it's getting you into a dark mindset, like if it's drawing energy from you, why not cut it off? If someone really likes you, it takes nothing to pick up the phone or answer you back. It takes nothing to respond to you. This is the bare minimum expectation when dating a legitimate partner. Don't fall for that orbiting shit. Expect more. You deserve more than that. Okay, so I definitely got a little passionate about this topic because I just see so many people suffering from this. So I just want you to feel good, and I want you to have the best partner, or dating people. I just want you to have better than that. And I know that you deserve it. All right, this concludes our video on orbiting. Does anything here sound familiar to you? Have you gone through crazy experiences with orbiting, with ghosting? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe, share, and like, and see you later, moodlings.